Friends, in the professional ethics, we have been telling you about the Bar Council of India rules, particularly rule number 39, we have to discuss because criminal cases have been registered basing on this particular rule. So you are well aware that Rule 39 says that normally an advocate should not file wakalat in a case where already another advocate filed wakalat. Similarly, an advocate should not file a memo of appearance in a case where there is a memo of appearance. That means you should not interfere in a case which is pending without the no objection certificate from the other advocate. There may be so many reasons, because the client may be harassing you, or you are not liked by the client, or he may be under the impression that some other advocate may do some favor to him, therefore he wanted to get the case to him. But whatever it is, the principle of the fellowship requires, Rule 39 says that you should not file a memo of appearance or wakalat in a pending case where there is already a wakalatnama, except with the NOC, that is no objection certificate. If not, definitely troubles will come and they may lead to clashes also. One such incident of clash occurred in Nandyal town in Kurnool district. Very recently, that is on 6/6/2020, morning time, around 8 a.m. or 7:30 a.m. Two lawyers came into clash with each other. Of course, both of them have reported the matter in Nandyal two-town police, because the place of incidence, that is Padmavati Nagar, comes under Nandyal two-town place. The dispute is between two advocates. One is Mr. Tulsi Reddy, who is a senior advocate, of course, not according to section 16 of the Advocates Act. Because of his experience or standing in the bar, he is called a senior advocate. And the other advocate is Mr. Subraidu, B. Subraidu. He belongs to Bandi Atmakor. Of course, it's maybe nearer to Nandyal, I think. So, this Subraidu and Tulsi Reddy, they got a dispute. Actually, Subraidu is a senior advocate and he has got an IRE, or he has got a disgusted moment because this Subraidu is involving or taking up the cases in which he is interested. Of course, not strictly Rule 39, not strictly the pending cases. There are differences because the practice, Tulsi Reddy is slowly losing his practice. It may be the reason. Anyway, as per the reports given, two cases have been registered, crime number 397 and 398, I believe. So what happened is, early morning around 7:30 or 8 a.m., this man, Subraidu, went to the house of Tulsi Reddy on a call given by Tulsi Reddy. Actually, Tulsi Reddy asked him to come in the dead of night to settle the issue. But of course, Subraidu said, better I will come in the next morning. As said, he went to the apartment of Tulsi Reddy, where the allegation or the report of Subraidu says that he was wrongfully confined in the apartment and he was beaten. Almost an attempt was made in his life. 307 also has added in his life. And the advocate Tulsi Reddy, he has brandished his revolver. Of course, maybe a licensed revolver, and threatened to shoot him because he was involving in the cases which were already taken up by Tulsi Reddy. Right? As a counterblast, Mr. Tulsi Reddy entrusted the work to his junior, Mr. Rajesh, who is Erikula by community, and this Rajesh has even complained against Subraidu, stating that Mr. Subraidu came to the apartment of Tulsi Reddy and actually commented that మీ సార్కి బాగా ఎక్కువైంది. Then he said, if at all you want to discuss with the Mysore, better you go and tell him. You can contact Tulsi Reddy, who is inside. He will come a little later. But in the meantime, this Subraidu, he said, who are you? You belong to particular, he belongs to some ST community. So you are so and so like that. He abused him in the name of caste. Of course, we know how to give reports in the name of SC, ST, how to give cases under section 307 IPC, all these things. Of course, since they are advocates, both of them used their brains and reported the matter. But how bad it is, you see, as advocates. That's why we are asking you. Of course, basing on the report of this Rajesh, a case in crime number 398, I believe, under section that 323 IPC and section 3 of the SC, ST case has been registered, and this Subraidu, basing on the complaint of Subraidu against Tulsi Reddy, Rajesh and other 3 persons, a case in crime number 397 under sections 342, that is wrongful confinement, then 324 causing hurt, simple hurt, and 307 is nothing but attempt to murder, 506 abusing or insulting, and read with 34, and also 25 of the Arms Act, that is possession or threatening with the arms. These 2 cases have been registered. Now they have to move around the police station for the investigation regarding arrest and other things. Of course, the law will take its own course. But here what I want to tell you is, what about the 7 lamps of advocacy we told you? Honesty, judgment, fellowship, all these things. So you may be entrusted with different cases. Your friend may be entrusted with another case. You may be interested with the other case. You are opponents only, you are not enemies. So here, but the opponents, and once the case is over, you go to the canteen and chit chat because of the fellowship. That's what we told. So as far as you are in the court, then you have got a duty to defend your client. Once you come out of the court, the term, the lamp fellowship comes. But where is the fellowship? Now it has become enmity. Almost they have gone to the stage of street fight or giving complaints against each other, which is not at all advisable for the legal fraternity and legal community. The society, of course, already you have lost your image in the society. Previously, advocates were treated, in our times, advocates were treated like anything, but now the charm of the legal, of course, is gone. It's a different thing. But anyway, as an advocate, you should keep up the spirit of the noble profession. It's a noble profession. You have to keep up the spirit, but you should not indulge in street fighting and putting up cases like this. I am sure that both the cases will not stand in the way, and definitely they may affect compromise, or the police may investigate the case, both of them, and put them to jail. It's a different thing. But what about the reputation of the advocacy? Whatever. So advocacy, definitely the profession is a noble profession, and you should not do anything that will undermine the legal profession. So normally people will have, nowadays the judiciary is having a good respect in the society. And who are the judiciary? Definitely they are all from the advocates. Advocates, you have to study law, then you may become an assistant public prosecutor, you may become a magistrate, you may become a judge, and you may become a good advocate. All of them are from the same cloth. So you are pieces of the same cloth. Therefore, you have to maintain the decorum and decency of the profession, but not indulging in brickbatting or foul tongue and using this actually your intelligence to get the cases registered. Of course, police will register case. Suppose if they think they want arrest, they arrest both the fellows 307 and section 3 of the SCST. Both of them are non-bail. You have to languish in jail. Do you like that? So please, as advocate, I request all of you. No doubt you may have differences. The Bar Association are only there for that purpose. So sort out the issues amicably, but don't indulge in such cases. Involvement, that too. If you go to the criminal courts, then you have to stand as an accused in the case where in the court where you have to defend the accused. How bad it is. So it doesn't look nice. So anyway, this is only an advisory from May side. So please remember, it has come in the press also. Nyayavadala Madhya Jagadam. And regarding the cases only, Tulsi Reddy and names are also given. So they are not good. Anyway, please remember Rule 39 of the Bar Council of India rules, and also 7 lamps of advocacy, particularly the fellowship. And please, I request all of you to behave properly. Thank you.